So my name is Engineer Benjamin Asin. I work at Kenyatta Avenue Road Authority as Assistant Director in the Directorate of Urban Roads Design and Planning. So this project is construction of Nyerere Road, Valley Road, and Upper Hill Roads and associated works. So the works entail improvement of around 7 kilometers of roads within Upper Hill area and connecting to the CBD so that we can ease the gridlock and traffic circulation within the CBD and Upper Hill area. So we had two elevated sections, or we call viaducts. We had a viaduct from along Kenyatta Avenue, around 0.7 kilometer, that starts at Integrity Center and lands here at Serena. Then there's another one at Milimani Close. I hope you have seen where we have the pillars that have been erected. So those ones are viaducts that are supposed to connect from the Milimani Low Courts frontage. Then we land at around National Library area, so that we have a unidirectional traffic flow. You find that currently we have major gridlocks around that place because of the conflicting traffic movements. So we want to eliminate that by creating one directional traffic flow within Upper Hill, away out and from inside and out of the CBD. So currently the project had stalled. The project was initially planned for 36 months from 2020, and the contractor had worked, and that's where the Milimani Close structure had been done and stalled because of payment issues. But now, as you heard recently, in the recent time, the CS indicating that we have unlocked the issues of pending bills, and the contractor was paid, and he has resumed works. And now is on site, highly mobilized, and he has commenced a section of the major works that is remaining. That is this viaduct here, the 0.7 kilometer. So this section will be elevated. We have an elevated section at the middle. Then this will be the service roads. So briefly, that is the scope of works. A viaduct is an elevated road over land, like what we have in expressway. Yes, there will be, it integrates very well in an urban environment so that the visual intrusion is not, the visual obstruction is not interfered with. So instead of just doing a fill where we obstruct views, we allow viaducts so that you can see through, so that the urban environment is maintained. To the monomal Mwananchi, this road is going to help. We are doing improved NMT, the urban active mobility elements. The walkways we are doing widened all the way from the Valley Road connecting to the CBD. We have widened the walkways, and we are going to separate the traffic. The traffic that is through traffic will not be interacting at the junctions. So you are going to find that the gridlock is going to be reduced. There are no conflicting traffic. And then street lights are going to be installed, and also with landscaping. This improvement incorporates the cycle tracks and walkways. So we are going to have clearly demarcated lanes for cyclists, and also a segregated facility for the people on foot. Yes, so it's going to improve the active mobility element. I've seen many questions. Watu wanauliza nani anajenga nyumba kwa barabara. These are not houses. These are temporary holding structures that is going to protect our working area and also the motorists. You realize that this is an active, very busy area, and we need to have very reliable protection. So these structures are going to be removed after the works are completed.
My name is Paula Costa. I am the project director for the steel flyover, the Junction Mall steel flyover. What you can see here is Pier 4, is the highest pylon. So this is a composite structure that will be post-tension later on. On top of this one, there will be the steel structure. The total length of the steel structure is 254 meters, and the total length of the project is 800 meters. This flyover is flying above Naivasha and Kenyatta roads, alleviating the traffic in these two intersections. We expect to finish the pylons and the steel structure erection this year, and we expect the bridge will be able to be open soon in order to benefit the people of Kenya. This is already our sixth project completed successfully in Kenya, and we hope that all of these projects will help the country develop and improve in the near future. Thank you very much.
This project is the Junction Mall flyover bridge, which is being undertaken by KURA, and the contractor is Centurion Construction. Now, just a bit about Kenya Urban Roads Authority. Is an organization, an agency of the government that deals with the construction and management of roads within urban areas, and that is national trunk roads within all the urban areas within the country. Now, back to this project, which is the Junction Mall flyover bridge. It is part of the overall plan for Ngong Road corridor development. Now, out of the JICA master plan of 2006, Ngong Road was one of the major arteries of this town that were identified for purposes of redevelopment to ensure that traffic is able to move within the city of Nairobi. So it started with the Ngong Road Phase 1 that started from Kenya National Library Services up to Prestige, and that was funded by the Japanese government. And then we had Ngong Road Phase 2 that started now from Prestige up to Dagoretti Corner, and that is where we are today. That was again funded by the Japanese government. Then we started Ngong Road Phase 3, which started from, we undertook Phase 3, which now started from here at the Dagoretti Corner all the way to Karen Shopping Center. That was funded by the government of Kenya. We still have intention of improving, expanding the entire corridor all the way to Ngong, and that will come as Phase 4. Now, the other phases of that redevelopment includes development of these flyovers. And the first one that we are developing is this current one, where we are standing, the Junction Mall flyover, which is supposed to separate through traffic and local traffic to ensure that the traffic is able to move at this intersection. What we are saying is that the traffic that is coming from town outbound towards Ngong and the traffic that is coming inbound from Ngong towards town will fly up, while all the other traffic that is joining Naivasha Road and all the other facilities around here will be able to move on the ground. This project is funded by the Spanish government to the tune of 225 million euros. That is approximately 3.8 billion Kenya shillings. And the work is being undertaken by Centurion Construction Company. The work involves constructing a viaduct which is approximately 450 meters long, dual carriageway. That means 2 lanes going in each direction. And then, if you combine that with the approaches, both inbound and outbound, then we are going to have a total of approximately 820 meters of a bridge. Now, We also have a number of other activities that are supporting this, including construction of other circulating lanes at grade, that means on the ground. And we also have footpaths and cycle tracks as part of the facilities that are a part of this project. Now, I told you that this is among the first interchanges that are being done on this road as part of the overall redevelopment of this corridor. We are still in negotiations again with the Spanish government to fund the second one, which will come at Prestige, and then the third one, which is supposed to be done at the City Mortuary roundabout. So we are saying that the major intersections along this corridor should actually be grade separated to ensure that traffic is able to flow smoothly along this corridor. I'll give you an example. Before this corridor was redeveloped up to where we are, the normal commute time between Ngong town and the CBD used to be in excess of 2 hours. Right now we are doing approximately 25 minutes between Ngong town and the CBD. And we expect that by the time we do these facilities, that is even going to increase further. I'd also like to point out that in terms of the development that has taken place along the corridor is huge. So the economic activities, the impact in terms of the economic activities is also huge as a result of the expansion that has been done on this corridor. Further, you also understand that we are now, the government of Kenya is currently developing the Talanta Stadium, which is a 60,000 capacity stadium, one that has never been seen before in this country. And our duty again is to make sure that there's a proper connectivity, and also the circulation around that stadium. And towards that, we want to also do a road that will connect Talanta Stadium to the Southern Bypass, and then from the Southern Bypass to go and join Bomas of Kenya, which is also currently being redeveloped and will now be called Bomas International Convention Center. So in terms of that connectivity, we will do that, and also overall connectivity of this area. Then we will also have Naivasha Road will also be redeveloped, and also for purposes of Bomas of Kenya, Magadi Road from Bomas of Kenya to Ongata Rongai, and also Langata Road, the section between Bomas of Kenya to Karen Shopping Center, then from Karen Shopping Center all the way to Ngong. So all that will be redeveloped as part of this corridor, and also as part of the connectivity for both Talanta Stadium and also for Bomas of Kenya. In terms of the timelines for this project is supposed to take 36 months. That is in terms of construction, and then another 12 months of what we call defect liability period. That is a maintenance period after construction. However, we are moving fast, and we want to thank the contractor for putting in all the effort to ensure that we are going to finish this project earlier. According to the program, we are supposed to complete this project sometime in July of 2027. But we are so much ahead in terms of the progress, we are now expecting to finish this work sometime by around June 2026. So we will be a whole year ahead of program. So we want to tell all the NMT users, that means the pedestrians and the cyclists, we want to tell you that you are well covered. Earlier on, the thinking was that roads were just for movement of vehicles, but that thinking has since changed, especially within urban areas. So right now, as a policy, all roads that we are doing must have walkways, pedestrian crossing facilities, and cycle tracks. And not just that, we are also now clawing back in terms of the backlog that was there. For example, right now we have the Nairobi Urban Regeneration Program that we are going to commence soon, and that is going to ensure that almost all roads within the city of Nairobi are going to have footpaths and cycle tracks. So I want to assure you pedestrians and cyclists that in our thinking, in our policy, you are well covered. This is important for us because when you talk about safety and traffic safety for that matter, and especially within urban areas, the most affected people in terms of facilities and injuries are pedestrians, and especially those ones who are crossing. We are ensuring that all our roads have got constructed and maintained crossing facilities, whether we are talking about footbridges for major roads or simply zebra crossings for minor roads. So I want to assure all Kenyans who are using these facilities that you are well covered. And not just that, all of us, we know that in terms of last mile connectivity, we all do that using, by walking. And we want to ensure that all of us, whichever mobility we use, we are well covered. Talanta Stadium is a 60,000 capacity stadium. And we have been given the evacuation time as 7 minutes. That means as soon as an activity is over, we want to dissipate 60,000 people from the stadium within 7 minutes. That means we must ensure that the circulation is correct, both for motorized and non-motorized facilities users, and also for purposes of security. That means that stadium can not only have a connection to one major road, and that is why we are going to construct a road that will link both the stadium from Ngong Road all the way to the southern bypass. That way, then one route can take people to the southern bypass, and another one, evacuation can also be done through through Ngong Road. That is also important in terms of integration, transportation integration with other modes of transport. For example, we know that there may be people who may want to come from other countries, land at JKA, and then they want to come and watch matches at the stadium. So when we do that, then we are able to get people coming, they use the expressway, then they come through the southern bypass, then they join that road, the link that we are going to do, and you are at the stadium. And also when you want to go back, it is the same. So in terms of security also, this is important because then you can have multiple, links to evacuate people out in terms of, to ensure security. The link between the Talanta Stadium and also the southern bypass, when we start it at Ngong Road, we will do at-grade intersection. But now when we go and reach southern bypass, it will be an elevated intersection. An elevated intersection in the sense that we will then now do an elevated roundabout. This is really just an interchange to ensure that the connectivity and the circulation is ensuring that we have the right level of service. Again, the same connecting southern bypass to Bomas. Still on the southern bypass, then we will do a trumpet type interchange. Again, to ensure that we achieve the right level of service in terms of movement of vehicles. For purposes of the scope of the work that we are doing here, we will do approximately 8 spans. That will involve 7 pillars or 7 columns and 2 abutments. The total length of that will come to approximately 820 meters. But that also includes the approaches. But without the approaches, we'll be doing a flyover of approximately 450 meters. And at the top, in terms of the cross-section, we are having a dual carriageway. That means we are having 2 lanes going in each direction to serve the through traffic